WWE Crown Jewel. Let's talk about the show. So we had 5 matches, and I must say, overall, I enjoyed the show. I thought it was actually a good show. I would like for WWE to add maybe two additional matches. Maybe like a 7 match card, and you can shorten some of the other matches. That's what I would like. But anyway, let's talk about it. Okay, so the first match was an Australian street fight. This match went for 21 minutes. Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns. So I really enjoyed this match. There was a lot that was going on. At first, Roman Reigns, for like the first few minutes, he was just putting a beating on Bronson Reed, just hitting him with strikes, with weapons. And then eventually, we got that interference from what's his name, Braun Breaker, and then the Usos got involved, and then there was just pretty much mayhem. And pretty much towards the end of this match, Jey Uso accidentally speared Roman Reigns and through a table that was set up in the corner, and then after that, Braun Breaker speared Jey Uso, and then Bronson Reed hit the tsunami on Roman Reigns and got the 1, 2, 3. So I actually like how they did that, and I wasn't sure. I was like, are they going to put Braun Breaker or not Braun Breaker, or will they put Bronson Reed over Roman Reigns? And they did. So that was that was really good. And then also in the back, because I always thought of this as well, but like how Paul Heyman and also the commentators were saying that Braun Breaker is the future of WWE, and then when they were in the back, Paul Heyman, Breaker, and Reed, he said, you know what? He said, Paul Heyman was saying this. He said, Bronson Reed, what's his name? Braun Breaker is just not the future. He said the both of you guys are. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then this next match, this was for the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. This was Stephanie Victor versus Tiffany Stratton. I really liked this match. This match was a short match. It only went for 10 minutes. I thought that they were going to get a little more time, but it was a good match. Tiffany I'm sorry. The finish of this match, Tiffany went for the moonsault. She missed it. And then after that, Stephanie, she hit whatever move that is, from the top rope. And I really like that move. I really like that finish. And she hit it, and she got the 1, 2, 3. So that was a really good match. And this match right here, John Cena versus AJ Styles. This match went for 27 minutes. And the guys just really went at it. And I really, you know what? I like this match. I know that, it was a long match, and they were, doing a lot of moves, and they were paying homage to other, great legends and icons in the business. So that was pretty cool. And I will say, with this match, because I know sometimes people say how AEW with their matches, they don't know how to finish a match. They just have like a bunch of signatures and finish. This match with John Cena versus AJ Styles, it was more so like an AEW match that goes on forever. But in this match with John Cena versus AJ Styles, they sold. They would sell at times. They would do moves, okay, do a big move, and then they would sell. They wouldn't just, get back up after 5 seconds or whatever, 3 seconds, and not sell the other move or the other events that just took place. So I would say that they did a good job in this match. And then also because of the history, with AJ Styles and John Cena. So I really like how they did this. And I'm trying to think what happened. The finish was John Cena hit a tombstone, and then he hit the AAA, and he pinned AJ Styles. And I was thinking, I'm like, okay, I don't think John Cena is going to lose again, because Brock Lesnar beat him at the other, the WrestlePalooza, last month. So I'm like, okay, but I was thinking, it's like, why wouldn't they, or would they have AJ Styles win? So you know what? Yeah, it was a good match. It was a good match. The next match was the tag team match: Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. So in this match, the Kabuki Warriors, they were trying to beat on Io Sky. Eventually, Io Sky got some offense in, and then she tagged Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley was able to, beat them up for a couple of minutes, and then eventually the Kabuki Warriors, they beat on Rhea Ripley, and then at the end of this match, Rhea Ripley was getting ready to hit Oscar with the big boot. Oscar and Kairi Sane, they were on the ring apron, and Kairi Sane pushed Oscar out of the way, and as a result, Rhea Ripley hit Kairi Sane with the big boot, and then she put her back in the ring, and then she hit Kairi Sane with the Riptide, and then she tagged in Io, and Io hit the moonsault, and they got the 1, 2, 3. So not bad, But like I said, it wasn't my favorite match. And then the main event, Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, and this was for the WWE Crown Jewel Championship. And this match went for 29 minutes and 40 seconds. So in this match, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, they went at it. It's just some back and forth action. The guys hit their signatures, their finishers, kick out after kick out. At one point in the match, what's his name? Rollins hit the Spanish fly from the top rope. I was like, my goodness. And then also Cody hit Rollins with the crossroads from the top rope. I was like, man, I wouldn't want to take that. And then also, Rollins at one point, he hit the, what do they call it? The coast to coast, the headbutt. So Cody was on the other side of the ring in the corner, and Rollins went for the headbutt. I was like, my goodness, I would not want to, perform that move. And it seemed like Rollins landed awkwardly on one of his arms. And you could tell he was just like holding his arm, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything about him being injured, so that is a good thing. So pretty much towards the end of this match, Rollins went outside of the ring. He grabbed the watch. He put the watch in the in the ring, and then I think Cody Rhodes was going for the crossroads, and Rollins countered that, and he grabbed the watch that was in the corner, and they had to push the referee, and then Rollins punched Cody Rhodes with the watch, knocked him out, and then he hit the curve stomp. I think he hit it twice, and then he went onto the turnbuckle, Rollins, and Cody Rhodes was getting up, and then he hit him with a super what do you call it? A super curve stomp, and Rollins got the 1, 2, 3. So I really like this. I really like what they did, and at the because also before the match, Paul Heyman was in the back with with Rollins goons, and I think it was Braun Breaker. He's like, are we gonna go out and are we gonna interfere in this match? And Paul Heyman said, you're not. Rollins is going to do this on his own. And I think Braun Breaker said, what if he doesn't? What if he's not able to? And I forget what Heyman said. Heyman said, well, that's going to be on him or something like that. So it was a good show. And the last match, it went for some time, but Rollins and Cody, they are great workers, and they both can go in the ring. And I think, towards the middle of this match and also the end, that's where the match really picked up. So not a bad show. I enjoyed the show. Please take care and have a good one. And you know what I'm thinking with the Crown Jewel Championships? What is the point of it? like what they get the belt, right? Or belts and the rings, and then they just do it all over again next year. So I'm like, what? I don't know. Whatever. It's not, but I'll tell you, those belts, those are some beautiful belts, and those belts are huge. So, yeah. So, not a bad show, not a bad show.